Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is K Shine, and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Your girl is back with another freaking story time. Based on the title, you already know what I'm about to talk about. Y'all, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and TikTok at K Shine with 3 E's. Here go a glimpse of my new nails, because I know y'all gonna ask. This side is really white and this side is gray. I know it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but these are my new nails. Let's go on and get these out the way. So, yes, that's how I look. Make sure you guys check out my P.O. box that's listed in my description box below if you guys want to send me anything. Also, don't forget to check out my membership if you guys want exclusive tea videos. And then click the link in my description box below. That way, you can join my membership. But without further ado, y'all already know, we're not gonna ramble too long. I do got my braids back, so yes, this is how it's looking. They're actually really long. Like, who the hell do I think I am? You know what I mean? That bitch, that's what I said. Okay, y'all, but without further ado, we're not gonna ramble too much longer. Let's go ahead and hop right into the video. Let's go. All right, y'all, so boom, let's hop into the video. Let me tell you about this top. Let me tell you how shady these females really be. And I can't stand a female like that do the most. Like one of those extra ass bitches. Let me tell y'all. So one day, me and my friend, I'm going to name my friend Shauna, we was going to go meet up with these group of boys. Like when we went to the mall, like maybe a week or two previously, we had met these group of boys. Like, you know, I ended up talking to one and she ended up talking to one. And it was like two other boys that was like in the group, right? So we both had been texting, like, you know, our friend or whatever, and basically like we said we was gonna link this weekend, right? So me and Shauna and the two boys we were talking to, we all basically agreed that we were gonna link like Saturday. They was gonna come pick us up, and you know, basically like we were gonna go to one of their house to chill, right? So we were a little bit young, so this was before I did that whole like you can't come to my house and pick me up, because well, they technically didn't. I went to Shauna house and they picked us up from Shauna house, but I wasn't as like on my safety shit as I am now. So like we let them come pick us up from Shauna house, right? So I had got dropped off at Shauna house. That way the boys can come pick us up. So when I got to Shauna house, you know, I'm like, hey girl, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. She let me know, like, yeah, my cousin, what we gonna name her? Who a messy bitch? Carly, like Love and Hip Hop. We're gonna name her Carly. So she like,
hey, yeah, my cousin Carly is here. Like, she gonna hang out with us.
So, you know, I'm like, cool, bet. Like, Shauna, one of my closest friends. So, you know, any kin to her is a friend of mine, you know. So, I go in, I see Carly. I'm like, hey. She like, hey. You know, it's all, you know, good energy, right? So, we're just sitting there waiting for the boys. Like, we're texting them back and forth or whatever. And, like, we just waiting for them to pull up. So, we sitting at Shauna house all talking and stuff. So, I remember Carly looked at Shauna and she was like,
you got a different shirt for me to wear?
So Shauna, like, now mind you, me and Shauna, we're like slim, petite, small girls, right? And I'm not gonna lie, Carly was like Carly from Love and Hip Hop. Like, she was thick as hell. Like, she got big butt, big boobs, all of that. Like, real thick girl, right? So Shauna looks at Carly and was like,
girl, no. Like, you know you cannot fit none of my shirts.
And I guess Carly took offense to that, and she's like,
bitch, what the fuck that's supposed to mean? What you trying to say?
Like a whole bunch of attitude. And Shauna's like,
I'm just saying, like, girl, I'm clearly a small and you're clearly a large.
And she wasn't even being shady because Carly wasn't fat. Like I said, she was just super thick. And I mean, she had huge boobs. Like, her boobs was really big. Shauna just like,
I don't know why you think you can fit my shirt. Like, sis, you can't,
right? So she was like, well, maybe go get one of your auntie shirts or whatever, like her mama shirt. And I guess Carly didn't want to do that. And she like,
why would you tell me to go get your mama shirt? Like, I'm not trying to wear no ugly big ass shirt.
So Shauna like, girl, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not about to squeeze into my shirt and stretch it out, right? So they kind of had like a back and forth. And Shauna's still like, no, sis, like, you're not about to put on like one of my shirts. Like, that shit there, right? So Carly did have like a little bit of attitude. But I'm just sitting there like, you know, I ain't got shit to say because it's none of my business. So when Carly had went to the bathroom, like, to like, you know, fix her makeup and stuff and tidy up, you know, Shauna was just talking to me like, girl, she got an attitude problem. Like, I ain't trying to start with that. She be doing too much sometimes, da-da-da. So I'm just like, well, just don't pay no mind to it. Like, you know, just let it fly. It's no big deal. It is what it is. We still gonna have a good time. Carly come out the bathroom down the hallway and she like,
girl, ain't nobody got no fucking attitude problem. Like, don't be telling that little girl that.
Referring to me like I'm the little girl. Like, she telling Shauna, don't be telling that little girl, me, that. So I'm sitting here like, bitch, little girl, like, you like 2 years older than us, but like, bitch, I'm still grown as fuck. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm just sitting here like, mind you, I'm a good like 19, 20-ish at this time. So I'm sitting here thinking like, girl, like, who the fucking little girl? Just because you're a couple years older than us, like, don't daughter me. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking like, bitch. Okay, so she said it to Shauna, and Shauna was like, girl, shut up. You always got to do the most. So I'm already peeping the type of chick like Carly is, because I'm just like, you about to be one of those. Like, we about to go around some dudes. Is you going to be one of those females that be like doing the most? Because I don't feel like that shit today. You know what I mean? So I kind of let the little girl comment roll off, because I'm like, you know what? This is Shauna's cousin. I'm going to let this shit slide. It's no big deal. I'm in a good mood. Like, I'm ready to see my little boo, because we only been on each other for like 2 weeks, so he really ain't my boo. But you know how you be excited to see like the new boy that you talking to. So I'm like, I'm not about to let this girl ruin my day with her nonsense, right? So I just kind of sat there like, what the fuck? So whatever. So anyways, my boo, I'm just calling him my boo, because I don't feel like giving all these dudes a name. Y'all know I'm gonna forget, and I'm gonna end up slipping up saying they real name. So my boo ended up texting like, we outside. So I'm like, okay, bet. So like, we locking up the house, we're leaving. So we get to the car, and of course we told them like, or Shauna told them that Carly was with us. So it was 3 girls, 3 guys. Y'all know the whole routine, right? So we in this little truck with the 3rd row. So my boo was driving, and Shauna boo was in the passenger seat, and the guy was in the back seat. So I'm like, okay, cool. So when they get out, they had hugged, us or whatever. And then we had introduced them to like Carly. Carly got introduced to the other guy. Like, we all mingling. We all about to get in a car, and like I said, it was 3 rows, right? So my boo driving, so clearly I'm hopping in the front seat, you know what I mean? And then Shauna was gonna get in the 2nd row with her boo, and then the other friend was climbing in the back seat. Now I know y'all thinking like all 4 of y'all can fit, but if all 4 of them got in the back seat, like, they was gonna be kind of squished, you know what I mean? Like, they could fit, but you know how some guys be like, I'm not trying to be squished in all tight pack like some sardines when we got a whole 3rd row. So the 3rd boy, I'm just call him 3rd boy, okay? I'm gonna say my boo, Shauna boo, and or should I get them names? Now, I don't feel like giving them names, y'all. I don't got time to be thinking of names. That's too much. So, my boo, Shauna boo, and the 3rd boy. That's going to be their names, okay? So, the 3rd boy was so nice. He was so cute, too. He was a cute boy. Everything. He was so sweet to everybody. He was so nice. So, he hops in the 3rd row, and he's like,
hey, Carly, you want to get in the back with me?
So, Carly instantly get an attitude. Now, my thing is, listen, I know some people could try to say like, well, she didn't know him. Like, y'all just kind of trying to put her off on him and all of this. No. Every woman should know the girl code and wing woman status. If you want to come with girls that's going to go see their boos, and you know it's going to be a 3rd person, by default, you kind of know that you're going to mingle with that guy. Do you have to flirt with him? Do you have to give him your number? Do you have to kiss him, touch him under the... No. But by default, that's kind of like the person you got to kind of kick it with. Mind you, we're all still going to talk to each other, but y'all know the role y'all have to play. Like, y'all know the wing woman status. You get what I'm saying? And if your cousin told you that we was going to go see our boos, and you said you want to go, and you basically want them to bring a 3rd boy, you know what the vibe is. So I don't want nobody to act like we try to force her to be with him or what. It's none of that. Because at the end of the day, we wasn't going to be on no type of time where we was all like cuddled up and like separating and stuff. No, we all was still going to hang together. So my thing is, you could sit in the 3rd row with the boy. Like, he ain't about to touch you or nothing. He was just saying, sit back here with me. They going to have the 2nd row, and then me and my boo going to be in the front. Y'all, do y'all know she got an attitude, right? She like,
why I gotta go all the way in the back seat?
So we like, I'm kind of just giving faces because this ain't my cousin. So, I'm just like, I'm not dealing with her. Like, I'm already in the front seat. I got my seatbelt on. I'm fucking with the radio. Okay, I'm trying to get the music together. I'm not worried about what's going on back there. When I turned around and noticed like everybody ain't in the car yet, the doors are still open, I turned around like, what the, like, what's going on, right? So Shauna is telling Carly like, girl, like, just get in the back seat with him. Just sit back there with him. So she like,
don't just tell me to get in the back seat. You get in the back seat.
So I'm just like, really, Carly, like, you really gotta be one of those. So Shauna Boo was like,
You know what? We can get in the back seat like it's no big deal.
so third boy get out, Shauna Boo get in the back seat, and then the third boy get back in like the middle row, and then Carly gets in the middle row. So the third boy, he was being like nice at first, but he probably kind of like side eyeing her a little bit because he already sensed the attitude, like he see what type of time she on. So in his mind, he probably thinking like, she acting like this because she don't like me, she don't fuck with me, blah blah blah, all of that. But really, it's nothing. Like, I don't even know. It's not. I don't know what's going on. They end up getting in the middle row, Shauna and them in the back seat, but the energy is already off because we went to all hugging and saying what's up to now we sense like somebody has the attitude, and when I mean somebody, it's Carly. That's the somebody. So the energy is a little bit thrown off because we kind of like, what happened, like, like why the vibe get switched like that, especially so quick. Like, we didn't even start the day off, like we literally are just getting in the car. So we're riding and whatever. So I put on the music and stuff like that. So he already had his aux hooked up. So I'm just scrolling through his phone, touching stuff. Like, like just clicking songs or whatever. Because we was on our way to the store, the liquor store or whatever. Mind you, like I said, we like 19, 20. I think I was 20, if I'm not mistaken. So the boys definitely was like over 21. Because, like a little older dudes. But they weren't too old. They was probably like 21, 22, 23, whatever. So we on our way to the liquor store because we about to go get something to drink. So we're driving there. I'm putting on songs or whatever. So I'm just jamming to whatever. Like, I'm clicking whatever was popping at that time. Carly was saying something in the back, but y'all know, like, if y'all know how some of these dudes speakers be, like, it be banging. It was so loud. So I got the music going on or whatever, and it's loud. We are jamming to it. So I guess Carly was saying something, but I couldn't hear her because the music was loud. Like, the music was loud. I couldn't hear her, so I don't know if she was saying something, or I didn't even know if she was talking to me, y'all. I'm not thinking this girl is talking to me. She in the back saying something. I'm not paying no attention. I'm all jamming to the music. No, talk that stick, talk. We got that. I'm all in my own world, right? So she aggressively, I'm in the passenger seat, right? She's sitting behind me, and she aggressively, like, shake my shoulder like this. Not a little tap, y'all. Not a little hey, or, get my attention. She shook it like this to the point I was like, what the fuck? Like, I literally said, what the fuck, right? So when I said that, I turned the music down a little bit, and I was like, yes? And she was like,
You ain't gotta have no motherfucking attitude. Who's you cussing at?
you know what? Okay, we're not gonna take the earrings off yet. We're not. So I said, well, I'm talking to you. I said, why you shake me so hard?
I didn't even shake you that hard. It's not my fault. You just skin and bones.
Trying to be funny in front of these dudes, and I hate a bitch like that. I hate somebody that's trying to show out in front of dudes, whatever. Cause like I say before, y'all already know I'm a little small girl. So back then I was even smaller, but I'm sitting here looking like, girl, like this nigga right here, like all this skin and bones. Okay, please, it's the face for me. Don't ever get it twisted. Okay. So I see her trying to throw a little shade, a little shot at me. Now, mind you, y'all, I keep saying I'm trying to keep it cute because this is my best friend cousin. Now, I'm not trying to really cross those boundaries because I would hate for any of, like, my friends to get into it with my cousins. So it's kind of like I'm trying not to treat her like a bitch off the street, even though she really is. But this is my friend cousin. So I'm just like, before I could even say anything, Shauna had jumped in and was like,
What's the problem? Like, what's the problem, Carly? Like, you need something?
So I'm looking at Boo, and Boo looking at me like shaking his head or whatever, and I'm just like, the fuck? Like, I'm about to smack this bitch. Like, why the fuck is she shaking my shoulder like she crazy? So Carly was like,
I was just gonna request a song, but since it's such a big deal and she got an attitude problem, we could just listen in the future.
I'm like, bitch, not you doing the most. Like, not you literally doing the most. So I turned around like, it's not a big deal. We what do you want to request? Like, it's no issue at all. I just ain't appreciate how you was shaking my shoulder. What is your request?
It's nothing now. Never mind. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay, bitch, then it's cool. So I turn the music back on and leave it on. So like I said, the tone just keep getting set, and I'm just like, huh. So Boo kind of already see, and mind you, like I said, we only 2 weeks in, but my Boo kind of already see that I'm kind of like getting irritated. So he take his hand and he's like rubbing on my leg, like while he driving, cause I'm kind of over here like, bitch, like, What's the tea for real? Like, I don't even know you. What's the problem? How you gonna say I got an attitude after you just yanked my shoulder? It has nothing to do with me being small. She was shaking my shit, y'all. Like, she could have literally just tapped me and I would be like, oh yeah, what's up? And I would have turned the music down or something like that. Girl, she didn't do none of that. And mind you, she could have even texted me because I forgot to mention, and this is something that I've been doing. Like, anytime me and my friends used to go out, especially when we was younger, we would all get each other number or be in a group. I don't even think a group text was really popping it like that. So I can't even lie and say we was in a group chat, but we will always get each other numbers. Like, I will always make sure I exchange numbers with whoever I'm with. I've always been like that. Then when group texting came, we moved on to the group text. So I don't even think like we were in a group message or whatever, but I knew I ended up getting her number because I'm just like, let me make sure everything's straight. We going with boys. I already got Shauna number. Let me get Carly number. So I remember I locked her in the phone, and literally the only message we had was, "This is Carly." Like, she had texted me and was like, "This is Carly," and I had saved it under her name, and that's it. So to be honest, y'all, she could have honestly just text. If she didn't want to yell over the music or tap me, she could have really just text me or anything. Like, it could have just been done better. Like, for her to just shake my arm and then say, "I got an attitude," what? Anyways, we make it to the liquor store, y'all. Okay, they get out. They like, "What y'all want?" or whatever. So at that time, I was real strong on like Hennessy. Well, come in. Oh, wow. Yes, girl, let me see. Look how cute you looking.
Hi.
Yes, little girl, this is looking cute. You got your little hair in 2 braids for right now?
Yeah.
Period, poo.
Tomorrow, my mom.
But yes, y'all. So at that time, I think we was drinking like Hennessy or Crown. I want to say Hennessy. We was drinking Hennessy. So they was about to go in the store and they was like, "What y'all want to drink?" So me and Shauna, like I said, we was. I don't want to say we was always drinking, allegedly, okay? Because I think we was under 21. But we already knew each other vibe. We like Hennessy. So we started laughing because we kind of said it at the same time. And here come miserable ass Carly. She's like,
Y'all want Hennessy? I wanted some Ciroc. Like, why we can't get no Ciroc? Why y'all want dark liquor? I don't like dark liquor.
so we kind of looking, because not that we wasn't like open to her opinion, but we like you to tag along. Like, why you can't just go with the flow? And like, why you gotta be difficult? So they was like, y'all want Ciroc then? So me and Shauna was kind of like, no, like we really want Hennessy, but I didn't want to do the most. I didn't want them to get like 2 different liquors. So me and Shauna was just looking at each other, and we kind of like rolled our eyes, and we was like, we could just do Ciroc. Like, that's fine, we'll do Ciroc, because we wasn't super picky, but we did prefer Hennessy. But I'm like, we could do Ciroc. This bitch Carly, okay?
What? Y'all can't afford both? Why y'all can't just get Ciroc and Hennessy?
Girl, who is you talking to? First of all, these are our friends. How you gonna be? First of all, how you gonna be rude and ask them like and say they can't afford both because they don't want to get 2 different types of liquor? Like, you want something different, you go buy it, you go get it for yourself, but don't be rude and act like, oh, they can't afford both. So of course they was trying not to like really get smart with her, and they was like,
Well, we can get both. It's not a problem. Like, we was just asking, like, what flavor do you want?
and I'm just sitting there, y'all. I'm like, look. Maybe this is like my fault for the reason why me and Carly like really got into it, because I was like, no, y'all don't need to buy 2 different liquors. I was like, just get Ciroc. We can do peach Ciroc. That's fine. Y'all don't have to get 2 different liquors. And they like, y'all sure? So I'm like, yes. Like, me and Sean was looking and we like, yes, like we sure you don't have to get 2 different liquors. So they like, okay, which I want to chase. So we tell them they go in the liquor store. Carly want to lean up in the front like,
girl, you supposed to break these niggas' pockets. They could have got both of those liquors. Even if we didn't drink it all, we could have took one of them home.
First of all, I don't need no help in breaking nobody's pocket. Numero uno. Numero dos. These are 2 guys that me and Shauna are really kind of like into and want to get to know. So if I really like you, I'm not looking to finesse you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do that to the street boys that act like, we ain't gonna get into that. But we wasn't looking to like run their pockets and nothing like that, because we was actually kind of feeling them within them 2 weeks, and they was good dudes. So we wasn't looking to be like that with them. We really was looking to have a good time that night. So I'm just like, I don't need you to teach me how to run nobody pockets. I was like, this my boo. Like, I don't need to do all of that. We good. But I'm like, we not about to be difficult either. Like, we can get 1 type of liquor and be done.
Who being difficult? Shauna, what your friend must not know how we get down.
So Shauna was like, girl, ain't no we don't get down like nothing. She was like, you doing the most, but I'm gonna let it slide because I'm just trying to have a good night. Carly turned around to Shauna like,
Girl, what you mean slide? Bitch, I'm your big cousin. Ain't nothing sliding around here. You don't have to let nothing slide. I'm grown as hell.
all of this like little like running off at the mouth. So I'm really like, Shauna, I'm looking at Shauna like, bitch, who the fuck told you to invite her? So that kind of like died down. So Shauna started texting me like just saying little stuff irritated, like this bitch been getting on my nerves. She's starting to irritate me. I should have never invited her, all of this. And we just texting back and forth, and I'm like, yeah, girl, but I was still kind of like keeping it cute because that's her cousin. If she want to dog out her own cousin, cool, but I'm not gonna literally dog your cousin out. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not that type of person. So I was just like, yeah, but it's okay. We're gonna have a good night, girl. We about to drink. Everything gonna be okay. Like, I kept just trying to like diffuse the situation. So they finally come out or whatever, and they like, okay, we going to, Boo, to Shauna Boo crib, and we're gonna go there and we're gonna chill. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, y'all got cars or something there? And they like, nope. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to run in there with you. I go in there with him or whatever. I'm getting the deck of cards, and he was like,
Did you want anything else while you in here?
so I was like, yeah, let me grab me a bag of chips and like something to drink, whatever. Cool, whatever. So we coming out the store, we laughing, whatever, just talking about whatever. I get in the car, so I got a bag, and it's a clear plastic bag, so you could clearly see like my bag of Ruffles and like whatever drink I had. I forgot, like a Clifford or a Faygo or something. So I'm getting in there. I got the deck of cards or whatever. Carly was like,
dang, like how you just gonna go in there and get you some snacks and not get the rest of us no snacks?
first of all, number one, she don't know if I did get them some snacks or not. That's number one. Even though I didn't, y'all. But she didn't know. You don't know how many bags of chips is in this bag. That's number one. Number two, when my boo buys me, it doesn't have to go for everybody. Okay? Like, calm down. Granted, I could got everybody some chips, but I don't have to. If he want to give me something, that's me. If Shauna Boo want to get her something, that's on her. And if you played your cards right, Third Boy could have probably bought you something, but you just was being so rude. Why you worried about what my boo was doing for me? So I turn around, like, first of all, basically said the same thing, like, you don't even know if I got you anything. I'm like, even though I don't, my boo got me this. So if you want some chips, you can go in the store and get some yourself. So I basically turned the music up from that. So I don't know what she said, even if she said something, because I don't care, bitch. Sit back and shut up. So we are leaving, whatever. We pulling out the liquor store, whatever. We on our way to Shauna Boo house. So I guess she said something to Shauna, like, while she was back there. But like I said, I'm in the front, so I can't hear them. Shauna texts my phone, like,
why this bitch just asked was we stopping to get something to eat?
So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, didn't y'all eat? She like,
girl, yes, we just ate.
We just texting about it, whatever. So I'm just like, she is real entitled, and these not even her group of friends. Like, bitch, just be here and chill and shut up. Like, why are you doing the most? So we stop texting, whatever. We pull up to Shauna Boo house or whatever, and we turn the music down, whatever. So we getting our bags together. They getting the liquor, and as Carly is getting out the car, Carly just say out loud, like,
I hope y'all got some food here.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm getting so irritated with her because I'm just like, these are not your dudes. Like, why do you feel like these niggas owe you something just because we hanging out with them? Like, what is wrong with you, sis? So y'all know how to do this. Typical answer. They like,
we can get some food. That's not a problem. It's never no issues. We feed y'all.
And she like,
oh yeah, I hope so.
So we get in the house, and it's Shauna Boo house or whatever. I had to go to the bathroom, so I'm like, I'm talking to my boo, like, can you show me where the bathroom is? So he showed me where the bathroom is, and I pull him in the bathroom with me, and I'm just like, my bad. I don't know what's up with Shauna cousin, but like, she like low-key tripping. So I'm like, I would just want to apologize on her behalf of if she making y'all feel uncomfortable, or if her mouth is just a little bit like, saying some off the wall shit, because I didn't want him to think that's how like we was, even though it's only been 2 weeks, but he kind of got the feel of how I was, at least. So I just let him know, like, this ain't my girls don't get down like this. Like, I only know Shauna, this ain't my home girl, like, this Shauna cousin. So I just want to, check his temperature and make sure he was straight. So, he like, oh, it's okay, it's all good or whatever. So he hugged me, and we in there just like, just kicking it a little bit, not doing anything, y'all. How we wasn't even in there for like we was only in there for like 2 minutes. So we hugged whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm just making sure you straight, blah, blah, blah. We leave out the bathroom, like, we kind of like laughing or giggling about whatever we was talking about. Here come Grumpy Grinch. I should have named her as Grinch instead of Carly. Here come Grumpy Grinch.